Hey, what is up, fellow raiders? This is Vulcan Dan, and in today's Raid Shadow Legends video, we are going to talk about the Banner Lords and why I think it's one of the easier factions to finish faction wars. Here we are at stage 21, and as you can see, we have 4 epic champions and just 1 legendary. This faction has a lot of decent epics, so you don't really need to fill up 5 legendary champions in order to beat stage 21. You can just do it with a bunch of epic champions. So yeah, we're about to finish stage 21 right here. And of course, it's not like I don't have a lot of legendary champions to play with, but you can just really do this with a lot of epics, and of course, they're a lot easier to book than the legendary champions. So yeah, I have Minaya, Archmage, Ursala, Stag Knight, and Oathbound. And if you can see my Minaya, she's not even fully ascended. That is because, of course, I don't really spend money on this account. So I have to make sure that my resources are spent wisely, and I didn't really see the use or the need to fully ascend my Minaya. She's okay with how she is right now. Alright, so of course, Archmage, very easy to get from normal Doom Tower secret rooms. And of course, I think the more difficult champions to get here are just Minaya and Ursala the Mourner, because of course she's a Void epic, and of course Minaya is a legendary. But the others, you should be able to get them from just simply pulling a lot of those ancient shards during your 2 times ancient weekend. Alright, so as you can see, my top damage dealer here, which is actually not considered a damage dealer, is Oathbound. He is a defense-based champion, so he's quite sturdy, but he also brings a lot of damage and CC. He has a AoE decrease attack, he has freeze, he has block active skills. Stag Knight, of course, with his AoE decrease attack, decreased defense, and has a decreased speed on his A1, one of the best epics in the game. Ursala with the revives, and of course Archmage with those buffs and with those stuns. And of course Minaya is just there for the heals. Alright, so just want to show you my champion index. Alright, Banner Lords, there we go. So I do have a lot of legendaries to use. I have Rishtov the Bold, I have Sethalia, which is a very good champion, especially for arena, but I didn't really need, or I tried to use her in faction wars. She's okay, but I felt that the other epics did a better job. I have Killian the Lucky here, which actually does a similar job to Oathbound, because Killian has a lot of stuns, decreased speed, block active skills like what Oathbound does. The difference is that Killian is an attack champion, so he's a little bit squishy, and I don't have him booked, while Oathbound is fully booked. So yeah, so much easier to book these epics. You don't really need, or you don't need to feel forced that you have to build this legendary champion, because there are some epics that does the same job. Sigmund, of course, is one of our new champions from the latest fusion. He does okay, but of course, since I've already finished faction wars, I don't really need or have the need to build him up for this reason. Alright, now let's just take a quick look at the champions that we used a while ago for stage 21. Alright, Archmage Helmut, you can get him from secret rooms in normal Doom Tower, AoE stun on his A2, and of course a lot of buffs on his A3. We have Oathbound. Don't really pay attention to this attack on his A1. Just build him with a lot of defense, because his A2 and A3 are just purely based on defense. He has freeze on A1, decrease attack AoE on his A2, and block active skills on his A3. So yeah, he's a great champion for faction wars. Of course, Stag Knight, decrease speed A1, the AoE decrease attack and decrease defense on his A2. Build him up, and you can use him in a lot of areas in this game. And of course, lastly, Ursala the Mourner. Just get her with a lot of speed, because you just really need her for her revives on her A3. She does have a nice AoE decrease attack on her A2 and a decreased turn meter on her A1. Alright, so some other epics that I think can be useful in case you don't have some of the others that I mentioned. Giscard is great for his AoE provoke, and he has this nice buff for your entire team. Increased defense and increased attack in the same skill for your entire team on a 3-turn cooldown. Definitely one of the underrated champions in this faction. And in case you need a healer, we do have a very good healer in this in the epics in Seneschal. Yeah, he has a leech on his A1 and continuous heal on an ally. So this is just a single target, but it's on a 2-turn cooldown when booked. Plus he has leech on his A1 as well to help with those heals. And he has this counterattack on himself and a provoke on everyone on a 4-turn cooldown. So yeah, so he's a great champion to have in case you are in need of a healer for the epics. All right, so of course legendaries here, I have a lot of choices, but I went with Minaya because she was the one that made more sense for my team setup right there. I needed someone to be able to heal. So Minaya has heals on every single one of her skills, plus this nice aura in her for all battles by 19%. Alright, that is it for today's video. So you don't really need a bunch of legendaries to beat stage 21 of the Bannerlords Faction Wars. You can do so with the epics that I have mentioned. Alright, I hope you found this useful. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.